These terraced pools were formed by earthquakes which fractured the earth. These earthquakes created hot springs that are rich in calcium carbonate minerals. This terrace of pools overlaps each other and is a sight to see. People are still allowed to visit them, but swimming in them now is prohibited. The door to hell, also known as the gates to hell, and the crater of fire, is a natural gas field in Derwiz, Turkmenistan, that collapsed into an underground cavern in 1971, becoming a natural gas crater. Geologists set it on fire to prevent the spread of deadly methane gas, and it has been burning continuously since then. The diameter of the crater is 69 meters, and its depth is 30 meters. Lake Natron is a salt and soda lake in the Arusha region of northern Tanzania. A very shallow salt lake is very dangerous for those who are not adjusted. The temperature can reach 60 degrees centigrade and its pH level is 10, and is so caustic it can burn the skin and eyes of animals. However, its red color makes Lake Natron a very unique and beautiful destination. The color varies from orange to red, to pink, and is produced by the bacteria and other microorganisms. Surprisingly, this lake is a habitat for flamingos, that nest here and feed on red algae despite the alkaline water. It is a safe breeding place for these birds, since no predators come to this unfriendly terrain. Fly Geyser is located on the private Fly Ranch in Washoe County, Nevada. Fly Geyser is not an entirely natural phenomenon. It was accidentally created by well drilling in 1964 exploring for sources of geothermal energy. The well may not have been kept correctly, or left unplugged, but either way dissolved minerals started rising and accumulating, creating the travertine mound on which the geyser sits and continues growing. Water is constantly released, reaching 5 feet, 1.5 meters, in the air. The geyser contains several terraces discharging water into 30 to 40 pools over an area of 74 acres, 30 hectares. The geyser is made up of a series of different minerals, but its brilliant colors are due to thermophilic algae. Fingal's Cave is located on the uninhabited island of Staffa, Scotland, and is well known for its arching, cathedral-like geological features and emanating eerie sounds. The cave, along with the entire island of Staffa, is composed entirely of hexagonal basalt columns which produces the naturally arched ceiling. Visitors to Staffa Island who wish to see these fascinating caves, can only do so by boat. Ice caves are temporary structures that appear at the edge of glaciers. They look amazingly beautiful from the inside. This particular cave is located on the frozen lagoon of the glacier in Skaftafell, Iceland. The centuries-old ice coming down the slopes of the glacier has metamorphosed into highly pressurized glacier ice that contains almost no air bubbles. The lack of air means that it absorbs almost all visible light, apart from the blue fraction which is then visible to the naked eye. However, this blue ice can be seen only under certain circumstances. It can be seen in winter after long periods of rain when the surface layer of the glacier has been washed away. The village of Supai is located in Havasu Canyon, a southwestern branch of the Grand Canyon, and is accessible only by foot, horseback, or helicopter. The waterfall closest to the village is named Supai Falls, and about a 1/4 mile north from there is Navajo Falls. Havasu Falls, the most popular and most often photographed of the falls, and the Havasu campground are about 3/4 of a mile beyond Navajo, and Mooney Falls is another mile beyond that. Havasu Falls is 120 feet high and is a favorite spot for picnics. Mooney Falls is 190 feet high and the pool below is the most popular swimming hole in the canyon. There is a trail that leads from the top of the falls to the pool below. The Kaski Pillar is an imposing limestone monolith, 40 meters tall, located in the village of Kaski in western Georgian region of Imereti, about 10 kilometers from the mining town of Kachura. At the summit of the Kaski Pillar are the remains of a small church built between the 6th and 8th centuries. The monastery building on the top of the pillar is now restored and the rock is accessible through an iron ladder running from its base to the top. A 59-year-old monk named MacLeod has lived a life of virtual solitude in the monastery on the rock for 20 years. When he wants to leave Kaski Pillar, he spends 20 minutes climbing down a 131 feet ladder. Supplies are winched up to him by his followers and he only comes down twice a week to pray with his followers. Speaking about his isolation, MacLeod comments, "I need the silence. It is up here in the silence that you can feel God's presence."